Ooh, CAWTHON is trending. I wonder if we're getting a new FNAF update.
You disingenuous, dense motherfucker!
You think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created?
Hey, alright, what's going on everyone? Before this video starts, I want to let you know, if you go down to the channel and like and sub to me, I will give you a free code to pre-sale the new FNAF game. That is right, I have like 10 only, limited stock, so if you want to get the newest FNAF game, what's it called? Then you gotta go down right now so you can get it. Hit like, smash sub. Thank you. If you've been alive around the internet since 2014, you would be familiar with the popular game Five Nights at Freddy's. It was an absolute banger back in the day that spawned many of sequels, many spin-offs, and is currently getting its own movie coming out very shortly. Although, it's never gonna top the amazing Nicolas Cage masterpiece that is Wally's Wonderland. Peak Hollywood right here. David Fincher could never. So with the new game Security Breach coming out in I think late this year, hopefully, fingers crossed, a lot of things have come up about the creator of FNAF, CAWTHON. Everybody knows him at this point. He has been referenced numerous times from the amount of game theory videos. Either him and MatPat are mortal enemies or he has some kind of gay love obsession with him. I don't know. Recently, Twitter. Yes, Twitter. Of all places. I feel like at this point my channel has become just a Twitter ranting hate page. Just every other video I do, I just bring up Twitter and the masses on the app just being complete wankers. Twitter has been kind of mad at him for the way he goes about his life and his opinions, and his choices, because when you are on the internet, no one can ever agree with you. Basically, people are getting mad at him for being a supposed Republican. I'm not actually sure if he is or not, but basically people are saying that because he donated to some charities that are apparently very, very heavily anti-LGBT. Now, I'm not fully up to date with how this all went about happening, but apparently the organizations are trying to put laws in place to get them killed or something like that, I believe I read. I'm not too informed on the research of it, so I'm gonna do something a bit different. We're gonna change up the content a little bit on the channel today, ladies and gentlemen. So I actually have a guest on the channel today who is gonna give some insight onto what's happening, more so that I and you can be more educated on the matter. We can kind of see what's up, and then afterwards we can delve deep into what Twitter is saying about it and hopefully try and debunk it. Because, I don't want the guy to come out looking like a scummy fuck, but if it does, well, that's a shame. I never really played the FNAF games that much to begin with, that much at all, really. I guess I was too young when they came out, to be fair. But it was a big impact on internet culture as a whole in the mid 2010s. You gotta admit that. Anyway, I'm gonna lead over now to the Magoche Sam to give some insight on the situation.
Hello, my name is the Magoche Sam, and thank you to the Stream fan for putting me into this video. And today we will be talking about a pretty interesting topic that is actually pretty fresh, aka came out yesterday. It's about the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom, aka the fandom trending on Twitter for a bad reason, aka CAWTHON seems to have donated to multiple anti-LGBTQ charities, and most likely Donald Trump himself, and also the fandom calling him a Republican, and multiple tweets saying how bad that is. Now, in my opinion, I'm not sure if these claims are real or fake. because that stuff that comes out of Twitter or Reddit can either be real or not real. Some of the times it's not real, so I'm kind of skeptical on that opinion. But you also have to keep in mind that FNAF Security Breach is like coming out in like a while now, especially because it's like a new game that's like new with like the whole with the new technology and stuff like that. It's also with like the fandom is saying that they won't buy they won't buy the game now that all these claims have come out. And you must come into consideration that Scott wasn't the only person who was working on this game as well. There were other people working with him, like the team at Steelwool. So I feel like it's kind of unfair for people to like say all this bad stuff, even though Scott wasn't entirely in like the one who made the new game and all that stuff. Sure, he made the franchise and all that stuff, but like if we like pull the thing what they did with Notch and all that stuff, I think his name was Notch, I'm not that quite sure, I kind of forgot, but like them like kicking him out and like the rest of the team who were made Minecraft, like they kind of made Minecraft a bit better and all that stuff, adding more things to the games and stuff like that. They could quite possibly do the same thing to Scott if these claims are true or not, aka him kicking him out of like the creative team and let Steelwool do all the handling of like the lore and stuff like that. But I feel like Twitter can sometimes jump into conclusions very quickly, especially like with topics like this. And you're probably wondering, why is somebody talking about this who is most likely not gay? Well, guess what? I am part of the LGBTQ community, and I'm not that type of person to jump into conclusions about that. So yeah. Anywho, at the end of the day, there is still kind of agree and disagreement to say either this is real or fake or not, but we never know. It could be real or fake, and in my opinion, I feel like it's fake. But we have to wait until time will tell.
Thank you, Magoche Sam, for those riveting insights. I'll leave their social medias in the description below. You can go follow them if you like. They do a lot of cool art stuff, so if you're into that vibe, go check them out. But anyway, at the end of the day, who really cares what Scott Cawthon's opinions are, his political views? I myself am not a Republican. I don't really have many political views, honestly. I probably should, but I don't really care. You know, the world's gonna end up in flames at one point anyway, so it doesn't bother me which side ends up doing it, you know? And also, I thought it was common knowledge that Scott Cawthon was kind of like a big Christian. He started off making Christian games, like Christian animated one, those cursed-ass animated games that he made, you know, they were for that. They were like Christian games, so why people are getting all flustered about this, it doesn't make sense to me. It's weird, you know? And furthermore, I find it funny that people, you know, like always with Twitter and shit, they're pulling all of this stuff up as the new game is coming out. They're pulling up stuff from years ago, 5 years ago. At that point, Scott has probably changed his political views by then, if he was a Republican, you know? Although that never really changes. I mean, your political views don't really change that much. But anyway, you know, it's an example. But people are pulling this shit out while the new game is, like, on its way, coming. You know, they're just trying to make bad publicity for them. And people are saying that they're not going to buy the game because Scott Cawthon is like this. Like Magoche was saying, there is so many other people that have worked on the game that need the support, that basically need your money so they can continue making games like this, so they can have a job, you know? They need your support out of people. But honestly, guys, that's where I stand with this. I think it's just kind of, you know, the usual bad publicity for a person who's, you know, gaining more relevancy. So a bunch of angry people on Twitter are trying to cancel them for no real good reason. If there's any more light on it, who knows what will happen, but at the moment, I'm not really on anyone's side. It's just interesting to observe it happen. It happens all the time. It's like with the pyrocynical thing that happened a few months ago. Someone was trying to cancel the guy because he was getting more relevance again. I mean, I'm not sure if he's ever really had relevance, but whatever. You know what? Just as a big fuck you to the people who are like shitting on Scott Cawthon, I'm gonna get the game when it comes out and make a video on it. just to support the people and see what they say about that. I mean, people are probably gonna forget about this by the time that happens, but we'll see what the internet is like by then. That's about it for this video. Again, check out everyone's socials in the description below, including mine, by the way. Follow me on Twitter and the other socials that will be in the description. I'll catch you later. Be excellent to each other. Goodbye.